Hi everyone, I'm Rose. I'm your Vice President of Welfare. Unfortunately, Victoria, Vice President of Activities, is having some Wi-Fi issues. So I'll just cover the things that
Rose.
Victoria will be working on. Hi everyone, I'm Rose. I'm your Vice President of Welfare. Unfortunately, Victoria, your Vice President of Activities, had some Wi-Fi issues, so she won't be able to come and join us today. Although I do have Jordan here with me, who's the President or your ECSA President. One of our main priorities this year was to make ECSA more visible within the college, and this has somewhat been thwarted by the ongoing global pandemic. But we've decided to try and make live streams of you a regular thing since we aren't sure when we'll be able to get together on campus. So feel free to pop any comments or questions in the chat and we'll get to them in due course. Firstly, myself and everyone at ECSA would like to welcome all our new EC students and welcome back all our returning students. Can you believe it's been 4 weeks since the start of the academic year? I hope you're all finding your way around the colleges. New systems. If not, pop into our virtual drop-in and one of the teams should be able to help to get to the bottom of the problem. Most of us have been working from home for a while now, so we've probably had the same issues at some point, including, for example, Victoria, who's struggling to get onto Wi-Fi today with us. While you have been getting to know your classmates and lecturers, we have been busy coming up with ways to keep you involved in all aspects of the college experience. October is Black History Month, and although we are mostly studying from home, we still wanted to be able to honour and celebrate the contributions that people of African and Caribbean heritage have made in education, government, media and beyond. So we at ECSA have a number of activities planned throughout the month, including a talk with Sir Jeff Palmer, which we're all very excited about. Keep your eyes on the virtual campus this week as we get things kicked off, because Victoria is looking for you all to get involved with a little something. She's looking for you to make some recommendations on media that celebrates Black culture, as well as your picks for inspirational Black Brits. So keep our eye out on the virtual campus on Thursday to see how we get things kicked off. And over to you, Jordan.
Thanks, Rose. So, hi everyone. I'm sure you all know me by now, but just in case, let me introduce myself. I'm Jordan, and thank you, Rose, for doing the introduction. And so sorry, Victoria, wish you could have been here, but as I'm sure many of you have experienced yourselves, there are Wi-Fi issues, and that is completely out of everyone's control. But woo! We kicked off the first live stream. Well done, team. Now, as we hope to make these live streams a regular thing and we want to keep it light and fun, so that we need you to come in and make this place your own. Come, say things, watch the live streams, interact, all that fun stuff. But we're also will be using this way to showcase to you guys what we, the ECSA officers, are going to be doing throughout the year and our time in office. It's a place where you can use it yourselves to show off whatever you might be up to. For instance, is your class arranging a charity run? Do you have a project you want to showcase to the rest of the college and get some interest buzzing around it? So I will be chatting with you guys about a few things that we have, and we have last week's competition winner, but we want to continue doing fun little competitions. So if you guys watching have any ideas that you'd like to take part in, let us know in the comments section. And when we come to announce the competition winner from last week, we'll pick out any comments that we see. We may even ask you to expand a little bit on the idea. As anyone who's returning to college knows, we'll be recruiting our class reps over the coming weeks, and I've already spoken about class reps in the video that you'll all see. I've also seen quite a few of you already starting to do class rep elections and join the channel, so well done. Because you are all going to experience something new this year, something that there's no guidebook for. Being a class rep is so important. It allows you to be part of making that guidebook, which I don't know about you, Rose, but I'm feeling really excited about that.
Yeah, it would be great to get input from students at the college of what they want in the guidebook.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to hand it back to you, Rose.
Right. Well, myself, John, and Victoria have lots of plans of how to support students this year, so stay tuned for future updates. And speaking of help and support, I think it's fair to say that we've all had different struggles and stresses during the pandemic, which has affected our mental health. One of my big things on my remit is going to be marking World Mental Health Day on the 10th of October. And to mark that, we shall be posting videos on tips on how to take care of your mental health during this difficult time, as well as tips on how you can help and support others who are struggling with mental health. So check out the virtual campus on the 10th of October. We'd also love it if students want to get involved. And if you have any ideas of things we can promote on the day and want to help us out with promoting World Mental Health Day, please get in touch. And over to you again, Jordan.
Perfect. Thank you, Rose. Another big part of ECSA's work this year is running our Go Green project. The project is all about supporting you to make small, sustainable changes in your life, changes that will help you save money and improve your health at the same time. Whether you need support on planning your travel to college, want to take and give things to the swap shop, or get some free food from the community fridges, we'll have something for you. Keep an eye on the Go Green Hub or on our website, and also our social media for updates on these types of activities, including our environmental group page on Facebook. Due to the current circumstances, we sadly aren't able to run as many of these activities as fully as we would have hoped. However, you can still get involved. We are able to take donations for our swap shop, which can be items such as clothes, books, small household items that you no longer need but could do with some use for someone else. The next donation point for this is outside Granton campus this Friday between 12:30 and 2 p.m. Just go towards the car park side of the entrance and you'll see our staff member Claire sitting next to a trolley cage to place your donation on. You could also get involved in saving yourself some money by filling in a home food waste diary. We'll even throw in a prize of £10 for getting involved. Just email Go Green team on go.green@exa.scot to express your interest. Now, back over to you, Rose.
Okay, great. Oh, I can see there's some students that are already commenting. And yeah, Davey, yes, we are indeed live. We wouldn't have been able to cheat that, would we? Thank you to all of you who've responded to the Welcome to College survey so far. If you haven't filled it out yet, don't worry, you still have time. You'll find it on your MS Teams under EC Welcome. We've included a bunch of questions to help us and you figure out what best ways we can support you this year and what extras you might be interested in getting involved in, from Green Space and Eco Group to Game Stock and Music Group. I'm sure we can find a niche for you within our vast EC community. It's been great to see all of you that have found our Facebook groups chatting and getting to know each other, and I can't wait to get started with virtual events, and hopefully we'll be able to meet you all really soon virtually. Although recently we have heard from students on the virtual campus who are on welfare benefits such as universal credit, and that they've been struggling to find out what they are entitled to when it comes to bursaries or whether they are allowed to remain on their benefits. In order to help those students who claim benefits, we need to gather as much information from those students so that we can make sure they get the best support possible from us in the college. So we've created a short survey for students on benefits to fill out for us, and would really appreciate if you could take the time to fill it out. Now, moving on. Another issue, of course, is COVID. And I think we've got a short video that we're going to play for you here.
There's a new way for all of us to work together to stop coronavirus spreading again, and it only takes a few minutes to do. NHS Scotland's free Protect Scotland app will automatically alert you if you have been in close contact with another app user who has tested positive. And if you test positive, the app can quickly alert those you've had close contact with. The app is private and anonymous, and by downloading it, we can all help protect ourselves, our families, and Scotland against coronavirus. Download the free app today at protect.scot.
Oh, and we've got Victoria. So Victoria's managed to solve our Wi-Fi issues. Victoria, great. I don't know if you want to talk a little bit more about COVID and where we're at in terms of what the changes have been in the past few weeks with the government, or would you like Or do you think you want to join in a bit later? When
I'll just pop in once, I know where we're again.
Okay. All right. Well, last week, speaking of COVID, last week we saw seemingly small changes implemented by the government that have a huge impact on you all as students. We want you to know we are aware of the sacrifice you're having to make, and we can't thank you enough. We're asking you to continue to follow the Scottish Government VAX guidance, and we would encourage all those who haven't already done so to download the Scottish Government's free Protect Scotland app. If we continue to work together and follow the rules together, we can make a difference and potentially avoid any more restrictions. We at ECSA will continue to post about any changes as and when we hear about them, so you can stay aware of and keep up to date with Scottish Government guidance to avoid any nasty surprises. So back to you, Jordan.
Thank you, Rose, and so glad you could join us, Victoria. Telling you guys, as much as you are having problems, the viewers watching this, we feel you. I don't think there's a day that goes by where one of us isn't frantically typing to the other one, I can't make the meeting, the Wi-Fi's down.
It's constant.
Tell me about it. So, the virtual campus has been great for keeping in touch with you and hearing about your experiences of starting to learn from home. We've seen quite a few students post on the virtual campus about the My ECSA app not working, and students have been in touch to say they have tried troubleshooting the app themselves. First of all, to all you smart cookies, I tip my hat to you, because anyone who knows me knows that if it isn't sorted by turning it off and back on again, I'm up a creek without a paddle. I don't know what I'm doing. We have been in touch with the relevant college department, and I'm pleased to announce that I have been emailed by the development team this morning, and they have said they've done all the final checks, they've done all the final tests, and the app should now be up and running for everyone. I would have liked to have gone into details of what the problem was, but as you can guess, I wouldn't even know what I was talking about and probably just confuse everyone on the matter further. But that's just the joys of technology, as you have seen so far in live stream. It's meant to make lives easier, but sometimes it just makes it 10 times more confusing. But we've all had our fair share of moments, I think, where we've just reached the end of the day and gone, I'm done with technology. So I'm going to pass it back over to you, Rose.
Yeah, I'm feeling that I'm getting a bit tired of technology right now, but here we go.
Maybe one of those days.
I just want to remind all the students that you're always welcome to reach out to the Student Association if you're needing any help or advice during your studies. Students did recently reach out to us about getting the college to support students with hidden disabilities to come onto campus. So I'm happy to tell you all that the college has joined the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Scheme. Students who have hidden disabilities can wear a sunflower badge or lanyard so that people around them understand that they have a hidden disability. This is particularly useful for students who can't wear a mask for health reasons. We'll be working with the communications team at the college to make sure all college staff are aware of the scheme. So stay tuned for further updates on the Sunflower Scheme. And it's back over to you, Jordan.
Thanks, Rose. Speak of which, how has everyone's experiences of learning from home been so far? If you drop a comment in the comments section, and we'll give a shout out to those comments that catch our eye. Most of you might have gathered this by now, but myself, Rose and Victoria, we've all been working from home for the most part for this academic year. So, guys, how you feeling about working from home aside from Wi-Fi cutting out on us all?
Well,
do we have
if you'd
any
asked me earlier, I would have said it was good, but
it's just one of those
the moments where you need it, it just seems to just disappear. Everything just seems to revolt against you.
Absolutely. Do we have any tips for the students?
Definitely wear trousers, but I'm enjoying not wearing socks. I haven't worn socks in quite a while from being at home. So you don't have to be fully dressed, but most of the time, mostly dressed is a good piece of advice, especially doing video calls.
Yeah, mostly dressed if you've got your camera on is always a good start.
Absolutely. So what I've gathered from that is wear all your clothes, but socks are the optional piece. You don't have to wear them. So now for our competition from last week. We posted on the virtual campus asking you guys for any funny stories. So I've read through the comments, and a fair few of them made me have a little chuckle to myself, but I wasn't the deciding factor. You guys were. You reacted away, so the winner of the competition was voted that way. And the person getting the £20 gift card is Maxine Mackenzie. So congratulations are in order for her. And here's what happens. So the story goes, Maxine started sharing her screen by accident in the middle of a class. And then the whole class could see her Discord opening, closing. Then it accidentally broke the lecturer's screen. So they couldn't do anything about it or know what was going on. As well as that, when she was screen sharing her lecture, a video started playing on YouTube in the background, and all the class could hear was the intro to Shrek movie. Now, if there's any 1990s kids, you'll know the intro. I mean, that song by Smashing Pumpkins, I think it is. Absolutely great. But personally, I was saying this to Victoria earlier on, I hope it's that part where it's Shrek's voice over beginning the fairy tale. Best part of the whole movie. So, sorry, I get sidetracked a lot. Throughout the year, we want to do online competitions on the virtual campus. So let's check the comments, see if anybody's posted any ideas for some events. Do we have anything?
Seeing everyone is having IT issues. That's everyone's. It's a recurring theme in the comments. Everyone's like, "Yeah, it's all good, but IT problems."
Yeah. Oh, that's fair enough. I guess in that case, it'd probably just be best to move on to yourself, Victoria.
Me, yeah. Music problems. We can avoid music problems because we have been, one frustration that we've been getting from you guys a lot is about the student discount on Spotify. So hopefully we've not had too many music issues because you've not all had that much music. So, but a couple of years ago, Spotify changed their provider. So their student verification provider doesn't list colleges anymore. So that's probably how you've had the issue. So we've been in touch with them multiple times to try and get colleges listed, but it seems really unlikely that they're going to be doing it anytime soon. You know how they are. So if you're after cheaper music, you can get an Amazon Prime student membership, which will give you access to Amazon Prime Music as well as Prime Video. So I would give that a check out. Or if you're an Apple person, you can also get a student discount on Apple Music through Uni Days as well. So give those a look, and hopefully that should help some of you out.
Fair. So we're moving into the live student questions. So you guys post comments in the question section and then we'll answer them. We've also got our support staff manning the comment section. So if there's any questions that we don't know the answer to, they probably will. And Rose, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, so I can see, Davey, you're asking about acquired brain injuries as a hidden disability. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's best that we get back to you, or that you get in touch with the Hidden Disability Sunflower Scheme. They're a great organisation. I know that that the trams and Lothian buses have adopted them as well. So it's really useful for people with hidden disabilities that they can signal to others that they've got that, and to be understanding if they're not wearing a mask, for example. Other questions, looking through it, we also have...
2 seconds. I'd just like to give a shout out to Chris. I feel you may have missed the start of it a little bit. So Rose actually went over universal credit and benefits. We're actually putting a live survey out. And in fact, Rose, do you want to just go back over that a little bit just so you can give them a heads up?
It should, if you go to our ECSA website, you should find our Students on Welfare Benefits survey, which will go live basically as soon as this live stream has completed. And we're basically asking any student that is on universal credit or any other form of benefits if they could fill that out for us so that we can get the best information possible of how many students are affected, what the problems are between the benefit system and coming to college, so that we can speak to the college and other people in education sector to try and figure out what's the best ways to find solutions for those students. Because the last thing we want is any student to feel that they have to leave their course because they can't afford to stay on and their benefits have been cut. We also, I do know that we are trying to create a sort of form to give students that are on benefits all the best advice possible so they know exactly what they are currently entitled to as students. And we'll hopefully get back to you about when we've sorted that out.
Another question we've got, and it's something I've been seeing a lot in the virtual campus, is about funding. So they're asking why student funding are impossible to get hold of. Now, as you can understand, everyone's working from home, so everyone's impossible to get hold of. We feel your frustrations when we try and get people as well. So the process for funding is that you apply online, you upload your evidence and your documents. Someone from funding should check them as soon as possible and pass them on as complete. So you can understand that they've got a backlog that they're working through and they're trying to get through them as quickly as possible. So if you could give them some leeway, but yeah, we understand your frustrations.
Yeah, so I'll just tie on to what Victoria was saying there. Once your documents have been passed on as complete, then someone else then has to assess your application and then they approve your award after that. Then you'd get an email with your schedule and payment details via email, then you get paid. The situation, however, is completely different. So as Victoria said, student funding are flooded with applications and they've got a massive backlog. They're focusing on assessing applications in the order that they have come through as complete phase. So like most other years, it's just whoever was first in, then gets complete, then it moves along the process in that sort of way. And if you've missed something though, you do go back to the back of the queue. The same staff that assesses applications are also answering calls and responding to emails. So you can imagine they're struggling to keep up with 20,000 students at the college. And if we went at least a quarter of them had questions, it just adds to the pile. The turnaround time for applications awarded is somewhere between 6 and 8 weeks. Now, I can completely appreciate that having somebody say between 6 to 8 weeks isn't good enough. I completely understand that. And I honestly wish there were more I could do in the situation. A bit of a loss for it. We have been working with student experience staff to help answer as many of the more straightforward questions as we can, so the staff can focus on the more complex queries. Unfortunately, this hasn't really helped, and there are many students who have told us that they can't get through. This is just not good enough, and students are struggling. We will be raising this with the principal tomorrow, and we will let you know what action can be taken. So, do we have any final questions?
A question about student cards. We know that the student cards got printed up a wee while ago and that they're getting sent out in batches. So we hope that they'll get to you in the next couple of weeks. But yes, they are sending them out to everyone to their home who isn't already coming onto campus for any classes.
So I've just seen we have another little update about the sunflower lanyards. So it says here there are no requirements. So if you contact them about a hidden disability and ask for a lanyard, you will get one. So that should answer the question from earlier.
Bear with me 2 seconds. You'll still get your bursary backdated no matter how long it takes, as long as you have submitted it.
Oh, I think now it's Jordan's turn to have some Wi-Fi problems. Yes, so just to take to complete what Jordan was saying, yes, you'll get your bursary backdated no matter how long it takes, as well as long as you submitted it before the backdating cut off, which I will check with our colleagues at ECSA, who will give us an idea of when that deadline would have been for the backdating. So bear with us until we get the answer for you.
And just to get back to Chris's comment, we've seen your comment about universal credit and how hard it is to find work right now. So one of the staff will DM you to see what support they can offer to you about student jobs and the likes.
And for the backdating of bursary, we've been told that the cutoff point should be October. So if you want to apply for bursary, make sure you get that information submitted now, as October is on Thursday. That will be the 1st of October.
So I think I may have cut out there for a moment. Sorry about that. Wi-Fi. I'm in a full-time H&D course. Can we get bursary? That is an excellent question. H&D courses are funded by SAS rather than the college, so you'd need to apply through SAS. I believe that would then be a student loan. So, okay, I think we're going to close up the Q&A for today, just because I'm struggling to see other questions. Sorry about that. If your questions don't get answered by us, please get in touch with us at contact@exa.scot. We'd be more than happy to go through any queries you guys might have. I went.
Oh, and Jordan, I think you froze again. But yes, I think we're all having a bit too many technical problems now, so it's probably best to end the question and answer bit. But yes, of course, everyone feel free to get in touch with ECSA if you have any other questions or queries about your course and needing any other help. And just to remind you, Jordan, are you back yet? I don't think he is. Perhaps not. Well, I think we'll leave you here. So just remember to keep the conversation going.
Stay safe, and remember,
Online doesn't mean you're on your own.
thank you for joining us, guys.
All right, thanks. Bye. Everyone. Have a good evening.